Hey everyone, it's Libby from Master Tarot. I'd like to acknowledge the one of my First Nations people. A huge welcome to you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies. As promised, although that feels like it occurred forever ago, when we reach 600 subscribers, I was going to do a competition with a free reading, and I will do the same again when we reach 1,000, which is feeling very close. Any comments that occur on videos this week will go into a draw for a free reading, so please feel free to comment, and I'll announce the winner of that on over the weekend, over next weekend. So thank you for joining me. Okay, what I'm going to have a look at today is I'm going to actually have a look at Ukraine. I wanted to look at this last week, but every time I tried to record the video last week, my computer would just would not record. It was just having a moment on this particular topic only. So obviously last week was not the time to read. So what I want to have a look at, Ukraine. So what's happened recently is that, okay, for those that have been following me for a while will know that my boys, my master and Naren, have constantly told me that Putin is either deceased or his vibrational energy is so low he's incapacitated and they can't pick him up. There is this power struggle that's going on within the Kremlin. We won't hear about Putin for several months after things happen to him, that he's finally gone, and so this power struggle is what is behind what is currently going on in Ukraine. So Sergei, who we know was called the Butcher of Syria because he literally just went in and bombed the bejesus out of Syria. He didn't care who he killed, has been replaced by Valery, and Valery was the Kremlin chief of staff in regards to the military. Now, rumours coming out about this is that Sergei was getting too big for his boots, and with the power struggle that's going on in the Kremlin, the decision was made to remove him from his position of commander and put Valery in his stead. And what's happened is, again, to show his power, anyone that has to declare that they are powerful is not powerful. What he's doing is now, again, bombing the bejesus out of Ukraine. So what's happened is that Valery is apparently coordinating the Wagner group, sorry. My Freudian slip is showing. The mercenaries, with some big declaration that they had stormed Solidar, and I apologise, I know I'm going to pronounce all these names wrong, and killed 500 soldiers, and the Ukrainians went, what? No, they didn't. So, yeah, the usual propaganda happening. Every time Putin comes on the media, every fibre of my being screams body double, body double. And what is happening now to Ukraine is literally a power struggle going on in the Kremlin. The US have announced that they're going to provide 50 Bradley tanks. Thank you, US. The Bradley tanks, they're not actual tanks, they're armoured vehicles. Very light, very mobile, with a cannon attached is what my understanding is. Multiple sensors, they can operate at night, they can operate in all sorts of terrain. And as I said, they're light and very mobile. The UK have also advised that they're going to provide 14 Challenger tanks, which are heavy-duty SOBs. So with those two components, it will be of assistance. Now, what's happened is Russia has now bombed the bejesus out of Dnipro, as well as attempted attack on Kiev, plus other cities. Just 29 confirmed civilians dead. It is the Syrian path that they're going down. However, they didn't learn from Afghanistan. They didn't learn from Syria. You cannot subdue the populace through these means, and as I said, it is just about a power struggle in the Kremlin. Okay, soapbox put aside. I'm going to do a reading on Ukraine itself and just see how things are going to play out for Ukraine using my Light Seers Tarot. Beautiful cards. I recommended them to a local spiritual shop and they cannot keep them on the shelf. They just, every time they order them, they just fly out. So beautiful, beautiful cards. They are my family and friends cards. So let's have a look at Ukraine, the energies of Ukraine. The energies of Ukraine. The energies of Ukraine. I was shuffling on this, actually this is the second attempt at this video because I was shuffling and while I was talking about the Kremlin and the Devil card kept falling out. So I got to the stage where I'm like, no, I'm going to have to start this again and actually focus on Ukraine proper. Okay, so come down and let's have a look. Oh, this Devil energy. This is the signifier. This is what they are currently stewing in. This is the energies that they are facing at the moment, is this toxic greed energy, and it is about a greed for power. So when I say there's infighting in the Kremlin, yes, there is infighting in the Kremlin. The reason why Sergei was dropped as commander-in-chief was because he was considered getting too big for his boots. Nothing to do with the fact of his performance, and it is all this power struggle, and this is the fundamental of what they are facing, is this toxic puppetry, and the propaganda. Crossed by the Page of Swords, I do love this. This is the youth. This is the youth of Ukraine, and it's not just the youth, it is the youthful thought process. Doesn't matter what age you are, you can be of this energy. It's about stepping forward, educating new ideas, the truth being exposed, the truth exposing this toxic energy. Okay. What I'm getting is that those in the Kremlin are going to find themselves more and more isolated as this light education, light bulb energy, wisdom, truth, it comes out and is exposed. This is why they're so desperate at the moment. If you equate it to, think about, okay, quack a moment, toxic masculinity. If you have a male, so for example Tate, who's ended up himself up in a prison in Romania, if you're having to go on the public stage and yell that you are an alpha male, you're not an alpha male. It's like screaming that I'm beautiful when, no, not even that. It's just, if you're putting it out there that you are something. Oh, okay. To quote Tynan Lannister, if you have to tell people that you are the king, you're not worthy of being the king. Okay, so sorry about that. That was a bit of a cocker moment. Can't remember what brought it on. It's the Kremlin. It's the Kremlin are going to find themselves more and more isolated. If they're having to scream about how powerful they are and use weapons to confirm that, then they're not powerful. Okay. The foundation of this reading. Ace of Swords. It's a new start. It's a new start coming forward of intellect, wisdom and truth. So I have read before on Ukraine after this war. Ukraine are going to be the powerhouse of the region. Nothing against the Baltics at all. I'm talking about the Eastern Bloc countries. They are going to be a powerhouse of this region. So it is the new start coming forward. In the past, choices that had to be made and difficult choices in the past, illuminated only by this candle. Okay, crowning the reading, Page of Cups. Again, another page, just this youthful thinking. These are actually really good cards for Ukraine, despite what they're going through at the moment. We have the page here, the youthful energy coming forward with new education, new ideas, new possibilities, bringing forward wisdom and truth. And then we have the Page of Cups, which is really about being able to, it is something unexpected coming out of left field that we are not aware of yet, but it's also about dreaming that pigs can fly, dreaming the impossible and making it happen. Immediate future, yeah, the fighting will be continuing. Externally, Nine of Cups. Emotional support, dreaming big, this beautiful card. This is all about wish fulfillment. Emotional wish fulfillment is coming externally. The help is still there. One of my beautiful viewers asked if others would be helping in the wake of Poland sending more help. Yes. NATO technically can't get directly involved in this invasion, but there is so much help coming from behind the scenes, and it is not letting up. Internally, feeling isolated. I'm not going to say somewhat isolated, feeling isolated, but very secure in the light that they bring from within themselves. They know themselves. Ukraine knows, the Ukrainian people know themselves. They're holding fast because they know, they know they're supported from without, but they have this light shining from within. Sorry if I'm sounding a bit the energies in this are just quite powerful. Okay, the hopes and fears is literally the destruction, the vulnerability. Those that are the most vulnerable get affected the hardest. However, the key is right there. The key is there. The vulnerable need to, I can't say need to because that's me preaching to the converted, and they know what needs to be done. But it is about taking this key and unlocking this door. The hope and the fear. The fear is the vulnerability. The hope is the key, is right there to unlock the door forward for Ukraine's future. The energies I'm feeling is just so much despair but determination intermingled. Okay, the outcome, Queen of Swords, fabulous outcome. Compassionate strength, but also clinical strength. The truth, the sitting firm in the knowledge of the truth and wisdom, and protecting the realm. High Priestess, entering a new era. Feminine energy, very much. Doesn't mean it has to be female, but it is a feminine energy as opposed to the Kremlin patriarchal masculine energy. Awareness of the strength of the spirituality of the collective. There is going to be heartbreak and loss. We know that. But it is a tower moment on the world stage. Okay, thanks guys. They're telling me on the world stage. about breaking down what is not working and having the ability to rebuild. And the rebuilding that I'm getting for Ukraine is going to be enormous, as there is this collective awakening and a new start. So ending with 3 major arcana: justice, actions and consequences, King of Cups, diplomatic, emotional, the wheel. Things are going to turn and change, entering a period of rebalancing, and then the Sun of Joy. Joy, illumination, but this new start. What the guys are telling me is it is really reaching. Okay, the night is darkest before dawn, and it is this just before dawn moment that Ukraine is reaching. That's why there is that heartbreak and loss card. The Kremlin, those in the Kremlin, okay, thank you. I have to look up his name again. They're telling me this Valeri dude is their last option. And that's why it's an all-out. Oh boy. He is their last option, and that's why it's an all-out. Ooh. Oh. Sorry. Prickly scalp. Okay, what they've just put in there is that he's not going to be there for long, and then it will be the end. Oh, deep breath. He's not going to be there. Trust that magic can happen. Trust that magic is about to happen. He's not going to be there in long. He's going... Okay. I don't even know what he looks like, but I'm just seeing... If you think about... it's not stoning, but if you think about some failed leader... Actually, what did I watch the other day? Oh, Vikings Valhalla, where the leader of the breakaway old faith turned out to be a real dictator, autocratic DH. The people realised what he was, and he was then... They turned on him instantly and stoned him to death. I'm getting that sort of feel from this, for this Valeri guy, in that it will reach a moment. He's not stoned to death, but the masses are coming in and they just pull him down until he just disappears into the mob. So there is something coming. There's something coming, and it's not far. I know I keep saying that. I suspect I know that in the fullness of everything, it's been a year for Ukraine. What a year. But a year in historical terms is not long, is what I'm getting. And I'm getting in time, and it's not a lot of time, celebration. Oh, and yes. I'm going to have a look at Ukraine going forward, using my intuitive cards. Ukraine going forward, Ukraine going forward, Ukraine going forward, Ukraine going forward. Telling me not that one, stick it back in. Okay, they wanted that card to come out. Okay, let's see where it leads us. I've had 2 cards fall out. The masses, the people in rule are flipping. Oh, thank you. The people in, they're telling me, because I don't have a card for the Kremlin, but they're telling me that this is the Kremlin card. Will flip and there will be peace. The chickens are happy. The cowards are happy. Bullseye. I don't know how else to describe it. The cowards in the Kremlin will be happy. Bullseye. The darkness will be overcome by good, and there will be celebration in time. It is the fate and destiny of those that are small. Small technology. Oh, this is to do with the Bradley tanks. 50 Bradley tanks, 14 Challenger tanks. The technology that is being brought now to Ukraine is going to really make a change in the fate and destiny. It's going to restrict growth. This is interesting. I'll see where this goes and then I'll have a proper reading. This is my deliberately blank card, and in my pack that I've got ordered, there is again a deliberately blank card. The future is not written, and the earth, everyone on earth is at this crossroads point. Overseas and within the country, the poverty will transform and be rebuilt. This is my greed and avarice card, will be exposed. And this is including capitalism. Okay. There will be documents signed that make those angry. Family card magic happening fast. Will divide the wealthy, the rich. Oh, thank you. Those intergenerational families won't be happy about what is being signed, but there will be magic happening quickly that will divide these wealthy families. There's another side of the coin, a message that is uncomfortable for them to hear, but it will be fully illuminating the swamp. This is these toxic abundance. For the bravery is the key. Love will be full. It will be breaking down any negativity in the future. Thank you. Go. Every drop in the ocean will help. This devil energy, the loyalty to the devil energy will be destroyed. Okay. Lightning bolt in regards to this intertwining will have a rebalancing via the noise made over social media, which will, this masculine toxicity will find horrifying. Okay. Let's have a look and unpack this a little bit further now that all the cards are out there. So the masses in this ruling country, and I'm going to call that Russia, will flip and bring peace due to their cowardness. Okay? Due to a cowardness. And it's saying, yes, bullseye. This darkness, this dark cloud will be lifted by what is good, and there will be celebration as this fate and destiny wheel turns and exposes, and the technology that is coming forward. So this fate and destiny will be turned from what is big to small of this ruling country. And as they find themselves restricted by the growth, by the strength. Wrong card. This is not growth, this is strength. By the strength of what is not yet written on the global scale in this crossroads moment. So I'm thinking what's happening is these tanks and these armoured vehicles coming forward is going to motivate even more help. Overseas and within Ukraine, what is currently poor for them will be transformed into this powerhouse rebuilding as the greed and toxicity is light bulbed, brought into the light. There will be contracts and agreements signed that make the families of the oligarchs very unhappy, but we have magic happening quickly that will divide the wealthy as they are exposed to another side of the coin that is a difficult message for them, illuminating this swamp. There will be abundance brought forward during this rebuilding, this transformation rebuilding, for the bravery of Ukraine, and it is the key to great love. It's also the key to this rebuilding, but there's just this heart feeling, and it will break down. It will be a breaking down of the negativity in the future. Everything is a drop in the ocean. Every drop in the ocean brings about the destruction of those that have been loyal to this evilness. Next card was the destruction of the supreme rulers, and then we have, there's my growth card. Wish I had room for another line. Okay, sorry as I keep taking them off the top. Okay, and then we have a dramatic strike coming forward to this intertwining that will result in a rebalancing via the noise of technology. Technology, not just technology, because technology is wherever it was underneath here. This is my internet type card, and this masculine energy that is currently in the Ukraine is going to be horrified by this coming forward. So incrementally it's getting there. Reinforces, those cards reinforce what I've seen previously for Ukraine, that the rebuilding is going to be wonderful. It's not far off. What these cards are telling me today is that these tanks being delivered are going to be a turning point. So thank you. We shall keep an eye on it, watch it carefully. Sorry that went for a little bit long. Yes, positivity, love, support where we can, and be there for the rebuilding. Thank you. Love to you all. Bye-bye.